Hey guys, crew. Stop it. Hey guys, crew of Blind Wave. I'm Eric.
I'm Eric.
Shane.
I'm Calvin.
And this is the final episode of Westworld.
Season 1.
Season 1. What?
Yeah, it got renewed.
It did.
Don't tell me that.
It'll be season 2 will come 2 years from now.
Spoilers.
Okay.
It will take 6 months to do it.
So last thing we saw was just
Arnold. Like a triple, a triple max mushroom cloud.
Yeah.
Big fart
out of our fucking foreheads.
Yeah.
Speaking of foreheads, Bernard killed himself.
He's got a 5.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, he did.
The transition.
I know, right? But we're thinking of maybe he can come back because he is in fact a robot of Arnold. Arnold, who was killed by Dolores. Dolores, who's finding shit out that she's already done / she's doing right now / this other guy's doing shit. This actually the guy from before doing shit.
This episode, we're gonna have whatever's going on with Dolores and the Man in Black.
Yeah.
Whatever Ford is gonna be doing with his narrative and like
Maeve.
Maeve and her escape and everything.
Hector.
But he's with Maeve.
Yeah.
And then I guess whatever happens with William and if he's the Man in Black, how he saves the fucking critical failure.
Are we gonna see Arnold be killed?
Maybe.
You know?
Maybe. Well, there's only one way to say it though. Oh.
We gotta work on that.
Touching the face over.
Oh, we get to see her maid. This is Arnold.
The titties go here.
Shit.
Whoa. Neato.
Home.
He waits for you to shoot.
Oh shit.
He usually doesn't shoot, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't.
You can wake the gun off, throw it down, and run.
Hey. It's just a ball, like one of those games you gotta get.
Yeah, that was
the end.
It is.
That's all it is. He's gonna be pissed.
It's not for you.
What does it mean?
You're gonna trigger.
Yep. She walked there exactly the way Wyatt did.
Someone who loves me.
I think they're remaking her, aren't they?
That's all.
Yeah.
She
that's
was
all I
burned
wondering.
up and melted, so they're
Yeah.
remaking the body parts of it. It'd be the same memory.
Man. Naked robots chasing you, killing you. Fuck.
That big ass naked Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator Salvation coming at you.
With worst fears.
Yeah.
That in the Congo.
Yeah, I know.
This creep. Right?
Yeah. He's creepy.
Everybody fucks Hector. Man, this guy's dead.
Okay. Come on, wait, still.
Oh fuck.
Don't take your glove
Doing
off.
this to me.
No!
Take your glove off. Fuck.
Find a button you gotta press.
Oh! Ah!
Oh. No! There's supposed to be teeth like them, though.
No, they're special.
Oh no.
His fingers in his own mouth.
Oh. Oh, jeez. That's supposed to be a saw.
William.
Aw. There it is.
No, sir. Please.
There's the little mat.
How about I give you the first shot?
Oh shit.
There you go.
Take the lamat.
He's got it.
Fuck yeah!
Huh? An upgrade.
Yep, that's the picture.
It's a future picture.
He's just riding on.
Riding naked.
Raise the bill.
Yep.
Fuck.
I really ought to thank you, Dolores. You helped me find myself.
She's gonna kill him.
I'm crying.
Where the hell you think you're going?
There it is.
Shit.
You wanted to unlock the danger, right?
That's what he wanted. Now she's
Oh,
dragging
look.
him. Shit!
He's like, I'm having a bad fucking day.
clearing me of my delusions yet again. Thank you, Dolores.
Teddy!
Do we do anything for Dolores, right?
Yep.
Are you a host?
Oh, for fuck's sake. One of us.
Give you a new one.
This is her storyline.
This is what Ford wanted.
Recruit. Escape.
No,
You're still not free.
it's not possible.
Beginning of a brand new chapter.
Shit. It's his new storyline.
The last show.
Getting locked down.
Locked down and locked out. Ford's making his move.
Dinosaurs?
Journey to
Journey
night.
tonight.
Yeah.
See, all those hosts are acting normal. So all they have to do is just blend in.
Ah.
It's fucking Terminator.
Like fucking Batman and the League of Shadows.
Right?
Uh-oh. What do we do with this?
I know firearms.
She likes it. Ah, it's so funny. I mean, it's not funny, but
It's a little funny.
she's so good. She's
Wait, all
having
these
so much
trained
fun.
dudes are just running right here. You know what I mean? It's a noise.
South World.
Southwest. What is that? Samurai
Samurai
World!
World!
Oh, shit!
Season 2!
Fuck yeah. Samurai versus Cowboys.
They're fighting. Someone's fighting.
Man, it's just like Siege.
You guys are so bad at checking corners.
Well, they probably aren't used to this kind of shit. I mean,
Isn't this your job?
how often does this happen?
Doesn't matter.
Never
It's their
happens.
job.
I mean, look at this!
They had a clear shot on her, didn't shoot it.
I'm sorry, darling. I haven't authorized you to come with us. And as much as I'd like to take you with me.
Merged you with a new character
Wyatt narrative.
we've been developing.
You can bring all of them back,
Yeah.
but not me.
That's how I tried to close this
Just
shit.
some
Park
solace.
down.
These violent delights have violent ends.
Lived in this place.
William.
The location of your daughter?
Huh?
She was never my daughter.
It's a new maze. Holy shit.
Whose voice you've been hearing?
All this
Time.
Yeah, it's herself. It's a real gun.
Teddy.
Oh, wow, so. He's doing card tricks.
This is where Arnold died.
Is it where they're all gonna die? Teddy will do what she wants,
I mean,
right?
Maybe at the very least it'll be Ford. What?
That's weird to see, isn't it?
That's the highest angle they shot him from. It's always waist or below, so he looks huge, you know?
fix what was broken. And to help us become the people we dreamed of being.
Guess it's been 30 years.
Lives.
The train will be departing soon. Thank you for visiting Westworld.
It's your cornerstone. She left her bag.
She She was sitting on the white side of the train. Man, that thing's fast.
It's not breaking her programming.
Shit.
Shit. It's fucking Walking Dead.
We'll have all those things that
This is what he wanted.
Yeah.
This world doesn't belong to them. It belongs to us.
this will be my final story.
As violent delights have violent ends.
Something he'd read.
Mm-hmm.
He said that, so I hope you will enjoy this last piece very much.
That destroys the park.
Damn it. I love Anthony Hopkins.
Oh!
He doesn't look upset.
It's what he wanted, right?
Yeah.
How much bullets you have?
6.
Trevor.
He definitely looks happy.
Come on. Son of a bitch. Bitch! I mean, there's no... I mean... Man in Black could still be alive, I guess. He could get out of that.
They didn't shoot him again. They shot him once.
They shot him in the shoulder. Anthony Hopkins got
His
shot.
other arm was bad too.
It was broken, wasn't it?
It was dislocated and broken and shit.
Alright. I'll start out with a crazy theory. So, I mean, he planned all of this, right?
Seems to be,
For,
yeah.
for 35 years.
Could it be that he created a host of himself and he's not really dead?
Sure.
Maybe.
Because
He
was making a
something
host
a long time ago.
down in there, like a secret host, and we never saw what it
We
was.
never saw who
but
it was.
they showed it like 6 or 7 times, like a shot of it. Whenever I realized that Dolores was gonna kill him, I'm like, oh man, I don't want to lose him. Like he's fucking awesome. Then I was thinking,
But
like,
what if we didn't?
maybe we didn't,
He's one of the best,
Or-
he's one of the best things of the show, honestly.
or we really did, but there's now a copy of him,
copy of
just
him.
like there's a copy of
There's
Arnold.
the Bernarnold, and then there's gonna be a
Ford.
whatever he names, whatever Ford names himself.
Before.
Chevy.
Ford.
Just be Chevy. Okay, I know. I just immediately had to get it out there because I was like,
Yeah.
maybe not. I don't know. Okay, I didn't write down a whole lot this time just because it was. There's not. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's still like questions with like who was that was being made?
Yeah.
What happened to Stubbs? Is he dead then too?
He's got taken.
Yeah, I know, by the Indian guys, but
Yeah.
like they never showed him again after that.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's still alive.
Maybe
He'll
cold
become one of
open-
them. It's gonna be the last samurai. for
Maybe
Native
cold
Americans.
open season 2. It's him getting to the town just when shit hits the fan and he
Oh.
gets people out.
I was.
Like
I thought.
he's got like an arrow sticking out of him, broken off, and his gun is like, oh.
I thought you were gonna say he had been like. He's now a part of the tribe. And they took him like,
I have to say, it's like the last samurai for the Indians.
He gets him.
That would be cool.
All right, one thing I want to get here. One thing that we've always dreamed about, like other attractions.
Samurai World.
The Samurai World.
Yeah.
And there was a lot like they went to that after they went in between like that bridge thing.
Yeah.
And what's her
There
name
were
looked,
several floors.
and there was a lot there. Like there could be a lot more worlds than just Samurai World and Westworld.
I think that was definitely a hint for like later seasons.
That's what I'm saying,
we
like,
got,
they
we still
can-
got ideas.
But
They
it's
can go
also
on it forever.
they also called it Park 1. Why even call it Park 1 if there's not more a different designation, you know?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
So there's
Well,
gotta
I
be-
mean, we
there's
knew
gotta be
about
multiple
Samurai
parks.
Park or Samurai World before.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think that was that implying that it was like beginning to start or was it already open? Like is there already
running.
it's already
I would
there?
assume, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see all the floors and everything they had there?
Yeah, I saw
That
it.
has to be for a lot more parks than just Samurai World and Westworld.
Yeah. I just, Westworld seems to be the place they're trying to get out all the codes and stuff like that. I just wonder if they were planning on opening all the things now. But I don't know.
Perhaps.
If you went to Samurai World and it was actually like immersive and stuff, you'd have to learn to speak like actual Japanese, read and write.
No, yeah.
What if they just had it in like English?
They could.
They could just do that.
It's not immersive.
That shot of the moon in the like
On the
beach thing
Mm-hmm.
really reminded me of the Truman Show. That Ed Harris was like the Ford guy. Remember the Truman Show with Jim Carrey?
I've never seen it.
You never seen it?
I haven't seen it either.
Well, I know it's about his life, and
It's about a guy that's 24/7 on a TV show.
Yeah.
He
He
doesn't
doesn't know.
I know that
But his
much,
entire
but-
world is fake.
Yeah, he doesn't know it.
But Ed Harris is the guy that like is the director.
Yeah.
And his fucking base is in the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like a fake moon and like it's fake dome or whatever. And I was like, huh, they have that guy.
Son of a bitch.
I thought that was kind of funny.
It was a reaction show where like one person didn't know that
Yeah.
everything was fake, and everyone else just worked around.
There's that classic shot of him. It's raining on him by like 5 by 5 feet. Rain, and everything else is dry, and he's running away from the rain, and it keeps
Just following him. Yep.
fucking suck.
Yeah.
Also, with things that weren't finished off explaining, how did William end the critical failure? Didn't he say like thanks to me, or did he just mean buying the place?
I think he means buying the place
Yeah.
and covering up everything that went wrong with Arnold. Is that what it is? Because Arnold meant for his death, like, hey, I was
bankrupted it.
killed by a host. You have to shut this down. Is what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
But they just covered all that up and said it was a suicide.
Well,
which technically it was.
Also, they didn't have the money to rebuild all the hosts. That's why Arnold
Yeah.
said like you have to kill them all.
Yeah.
That way they can't bring them back.
Yeah.
Because if they had left them all alive and it was just Arnold dead, they could have kept the park open and making money and then keep going.
What the hell's the time frame on this then? That damn town being buried fucks me up. Because
Yeah.
William, the first time he took her to that town, it was buried, right? But
Well-
then Bernard or Arnold got shot in that town. But there's a picture of William, Arnold, and Ford together. So like he would have had to have met
Well,
them all, like them together, right? Whenever he bought the place,
Bury the town.
right?
it got buried after the first 3 years of testing and stuff.
Okay.
Like Ford buried it
Okay, and then
and
they
then-
unburied it to do.
to do this.
No, you're missing. There's the first 3 years.
Okay.
Then it was buried, right? Whenever William and Dolores went there, right? Then he has a picture with Arnold and Ford, right? Then Arnold gets killed by Dolores in that town, not buried.
Because William didn't meet Ford and Arnold before that town was buried.
Yeah.
There was no time for him to take a picture, so that's what he's saying, right?
Because he would have had, yeah. When did he?
It wasn't in that town, was it?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. They haven't met.
Arnold died in that town, right?
Yeah.
So he had to have met Arnold and Ford and had that picture taken before he died in that town. So it would have been unburied, buried, unburied, and then buried again whenever Ford's like, I'm going to make a thing. And then he unburied it and had it again.
Yeah.
That's fucking. Maybe they didn't think that.
I don't want it to be like they've obviously made this mistake. I might just not be understanding the timeline exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, in my mind, I'm thinking like, am I right? Am I wrong with that? Because there's a picture with him, with young Ford and Arnold.
I was just like the only way it
Maybe
cannot
that
be that
was
way.
after the buy-in when
I'm sure it
what's
had.
it?
I'm sure it
Delos
had.
bought it in.
It has to be after the
I'm
buy-in,
sure it's
but what
somewhere
he's
with that
saying is
buy-in
that
thing, yeah.
that before they bought into it, William was in the park and it was buried, right? Is that what that's what you're saying?
Yeah, he hadn't bought it yet.
Yeah.
But he was with Dolores and it was buried up.
How do you?
And it couldn't be like, well, that's just Arnold bought, because that was young Ford, and whenever he first made Bernard, he was a little bit older. Not quite as old as, the end of it, but he was like in that middle ground.
When William and Dolores were there, the steeple, it was just a steeple, right? It wasn't the actual church.
There was the steeple like up above him, and then
Yeah.
like there
was
was
one-
roofs and
was
stuff.
it this? Was it the steeple that Ford built and put out there? Was William being there while it was buried part of one of her dreams or one of her remembering things? And like she's like seeing like William there and this there.
I don't.
But
Yeah.
it's really not the same one.
because there was a flashback scene of her standing there without William,
Yeah,
and then when you got a close shot, it was her talking to him.
there could be some
But-
tomfoolery there.
I think though that William Ed Harris's character of it was talking about what all happened.
Yeah.
And I thought it showed him there with her with the bearing and everything.
I thought it did too.
From his memory.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, like, maybe we have like untrustworthy narrators at that point, and it could be just I don't know.
Hopefully, it would.
I gotta rewatch this whole thing
I
by
thought they
myself.
were showing us. I thought they were when Ed Harris's his explaining of her by the church.
Yeah.
I thought that was like flashbacks of showing us all the scenes where it was only from her perspective, and we were seeing.
We definitely
like,
saw.
We saw like 3 different time frames
Yeah.
of hers. Like we saw in the present day her like doing her stuff and then running out to like the woods. But then remember William
came back.
William and Logan were sleeping there in the woods and found her.
Yeah.
But then we saw her sleeping there in the woods without him.
Mm-hmm.
It was her following the same trail she did whenever she solved the maze the first time.
Yeah.
But it was showing like she went that same path, but without William because he was at Harris at this point.
Yeah, and William, he even had that point where they went back there and it was still buried.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't work. Okay, you're right.
It just seems so weird. It's like unburied, buried, unburied, buried. I'm like, what? What's going on?
We never saw William go from cross draw or regular draw to cross draw.
No, but we saw him get the gun.
But we saw him get
which
the
is
gun,
in
and then you like the knife. Yeah, he
And the
loves
hat.
that knife and the hat.
and the gloves.
Yeah.
We saw him with the gloves too.
His
Dude,
white hat.
I wrote down that. I wrote down like my idea was like, what if Maeve kills the Abernathy guy, so he
Nathy.
can't get out,
Abernathy.
and then Wyatt kills the board,
Mhm.
which I was right on that. Wyatt does kill the board,
Yeah.
but I don't know what's going on with Maeve and that Abernathy stuff. That might not matter anymore.
Where's Stubbs?
But we already went over that. I don't know.
I mean, if
I was just reiterating it. Where the fuck is
Wyatt-
Stubbs?
He's an Indian.
He's an idiot.
if
now.
Wyatt is the leader of the new narrative, is the new and we now know that the narratives extend to just stories in the park. It's outside the park too with Maeve.
But she didn't make it though.
Yeah,
She didn't leave.
There's
She's going
that.
back.
Does she have consciousness now?
I'd say so.
Because her programming, it was like when you get to the mainland, but she didn't.
Yeah.
She jumped out of that.
I'd say that.
I'd say in the same way that Dolores
Has consciousness.
achieved her consciousness
Yeah.
by reaching the center of her maze,
Yeah,
the same thing happened to Maeve
it's the
when
yeah.
she realized that she wanted her daughter more than to escape.
it's the real life debate of free will versus determinism. You know,
Mhm.
like that you have the illusion of free will, but really every choice that you make is predicated on something else, not necessarily free will. And I would say that she had free will in that choice, but
Well,
then
yeah,
all the
'cause-
lights turned off and it's gone.
Yeah.
Well, the
that
lights
was.
turned off because all the humans left.
Yeah,
Is that what it was? The
Yeah, I
lights,
don't know.
I don't understand the lights thing because that seems.
Because all the lights, like in the basement area,
Yeah.
with
They came on whenever Maeve walked in and stuff.
no, they came in when Felix walked in. She was already in the room and they were off.
Okay.
Same thing with Bernard and Ford.
Yeah, when Ford walked out, the lights went off. I knew that.
That's
But
what-
then whenever
that's what I
Maeve
thought.
walked in, I'm like, why'd the lights come on right then? Because Maeve had walked in.
Yeah.
set it to scary.
That's what I mean. That's what made me think it was all part of Ford's plan for her to come back. And the kind of lights going off to show her like you're not
What was the
you're
point?
not acting on your own free will.
Yeah, what was the point of having Maeve do all that?
It might just be something that we
No.
haven't seen yet.
There's still more questions.
You know,
It's like, guys,
still-
there's more questions.
We
We're
know
gonna
we
do
got more coming. Just going to be a while, but I would say that maybe to distract the fact that there's all these naked fucking hosts walking through the woods.
Maybe
all
like,
the QA and everything they're all worried about this happening. I mean, that could be it. I guess it's pretty
Maybe.
elaborate distraction.
It is.
But I mean, the more
It would-
elaborate
it would be
distraction,
functional.
and the guy makes elaborate shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
So that I guess that could be it.
why did little Robert kill the dog? Is that another consciousness kind of thing?
That
going on
might
there?
be consciousness.
I-
It might be.
I thought it was like,
Hold
I thought he was programming him, trying to like get the response that he wanted, like
Mhm.
the same way he led Dolores to the point where she would actually become self-aware and kill people and stuff. He knew that was the point where young Robert Ford would kill the dog
Yeah.
because he saw the flaw.
My original thought of that, and I didn't want to say it then, was what if that's Arnold being like, "Fuck you, I'm still here. I killed your
Aw.
dog," you know? But
Calvin saying more of like it was a
Yeah,
test
it's seeing more of
trial
like a
and error,
test
trying to
thing.
see
Yeah.
if like he would kill something that he cared about because he loved
Yeah.
that dog, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
and you know, we have the story that dog killed something else.
It was a cat.
So
It was a
yes,
kitten.
a
Yeah.
kitten or whatever. So he's trying to he made it so that it wouldn't kill again by killing it.
Yeah.
Which, if the hosts think it that way about a dog, what will they think about humanity?
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay.
So I'm interested to see the next season. Then, like, is there going to be groups of humans and these guys living in Westworld? Because she's like, this is our world.
Like at war with each other.
Or
Like,
not. Or, like,
they're
they're just like, living.
coexisting.
Okay, we're just fine. We're just living
Fucking
it.
samurai coming in too.
That's
And dinosaurs. Well, I mean, it was a very clear Jurassic Park reference then, right? Because, I mean, the
Yeah.
giant monsters
Of
and all that
course.
stuff. And then they said, like, something about Amber.
yeah.
I'm just wondering what, like, all right, that's cool.
I definitely.
I mean,
feel
Michael
like that
Crichton
was a
wrote the
nod.
original screenplay for the Westworld movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like, maybe it's like a
That was before he wrote Jurassic Park though.
setting up this theme park may be fun, but it might not be a good idea because eventually
Yeah.
your monster's going to take over.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think it's an island like Jurassic Park?
I think so. That's why they said the mainland.
Yeah.
And I think
so.
that instead of using a boat, they just have a fast train that goes
Underwater.
Well, there's that. I was also thinking too, like, they did this elaborate space satellite laser system to get stuff out. Where couldn't they just program them to walk, like past a border or something, just pick them up in a truck in the desert?
Yeah, but they explode.
But they explode.
Yeah.
But could you fucking have them walk up to the first feet and just rip its head off and throw it at you? It doesn't explode because the explosion is in the spine.
it's in the C6.
Yeah.
It's like right between.
Like,
the
why
shoulder-
so
or-
elaborate with,
It's
with
like right
space
between the shoulder
satellite? But
blades.
I'm just saying, if it's an island, I guess that makes
You
sense.
can't just walk to wherever.
Yeah, you can't
the
just
border
you
has
can't drive
water
up
on
to
it.
it and all that stuff.
I mean, even it couldn't swim, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
You might short out.
Is there something to be said? Like, is Arnold the real Arnold? Is there something to be said about him still being alive? Do they mean just his legacy in the consciousness of the hosts? They don't necessarily mean like any kind of his own actual consciousness.
I don't think it was him at all.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think it's
No,
like.
I think it was just his
Okay.
code that was like his legacy.
All
As a
I don't think
code.
it's
Well,
like transcendence.
Because Bernard had
the
that
way
line.
he was talking
in
with the reveries and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
think that Ford ended up giving them the reveries because
He did.
He had that comment about like it wasn't until after I
Yeah.
lost my partner that I understood the suffering and
Okay.
what he was going through. So I think eventually Ford started to understand, gave them the reveries, and then started coming up with this idea of how to.
Yeah, he
fix
said
the
that he
mistake.
had made a mistake 30 years ago, and it took him 30 years
Yeah.
to fix his mistake.
Which I think was Bernard's
Okay.
death and all that, and now he's like,
Him
well,
not listening to Bernard.
let's do with
Yeah.
what he said. Yeah, these are alive. Let's make them alive. Let's let
Yeah.
them free.
Which
But humanity wouldn't accept them being free.
no, so
they
they would
had
have
to-
to take their own.
They would
world
have
for
to
themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really
there was
interesting.
there was a line in the church that made me think like, what's that? That's weird, but okay.
Which
All
one?
right, I can't remember exactly.
Okay.
It
Should
was
have wrote
something.
it down.
Yeah, I should have. Well, I was thinking of that, and then there's also the fact
Should write a
that
note.
Bernard, or there was also the fact that Arnold planned his death. So could he have uploaded some kind of copy then died? But that might be more tinfoil than what we're presented with. So
Yeah.
maybe that's like season 2 speculation.
Maybe. The one thing I think is kind of
I mean,
ironic was
I don't think he would have uploaded anything because he was intending for the park to close down.
Yeah, but
So
it'd be a safety net. Ford said that he's the most careful man he'd ever met.
Yeah.
So I'm not. We can talk about it maybe some other time if this
Yeah.
goes into season 2 and there's more stuff like that.
one line I thought was ironic was before Arnold got killed by Dolores, he was like, "This has to be more serious. He can bring all of you back," but like he ended up bringing back an Arnold anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just was like, well, that's kind of
Well,
It's ironic.
yeah.
he either over or underestimated him.
I mean, they were genuinely friends. I mean, it could have been a matter of because he said he talked about his own grief. He probably just missed his friend, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Well, Arnold thought these things were alive. Maybe I'll give him a chance and
Yeah.
make another Arnold."
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then realizes it is or isn't or whatever.
Well, who was talking to Bernard about, why is it so unreasonable to want something that you've lost in the past? And he was thinking about his son and stuff like that.
Well, he was talking about his pain to Ford about like why is your
No,
pain?
like early on,
Yeah.
like in the third episode or something like that.
And the only other person he talked about with his son was his wife on the screen, right?
No, there was somebody that said, surely you of all people would understand wanting something that you lost from your
That was when
past.
Ford
Yeah,
was
that
saying
was-
that
that was
about
Ford.
his parents and his
Ford said
family.
That was Ford.
Yeah. One thing I'll point out, kind of like in a second episode where he was dealing with a young doctor who was working on one of those things,
Mm-hmm.
he covered it up, like the nudity up,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, don't do that. They're machines. He kind of got mad at him for it.
Yeah.
I kind of thought that was a little out of his character from what we've seen before him, and now I feel like even more that way because
That's out of his character?
a little bit, yeah, because he considers them more than machines, obviously.
If he's helping them to reach, well, maybe
We don't know.
maybe those ones he doesn't consider like being alive. So they're just machines or tools. But maybe more like Dolores, if she has a consciousness and making choices, maybe she's alive. Maybe she needs to be covered up and that kind of stuff. Maybe it's just like that line of like once they cross that line.
Well, he said that there was no threshold when he was talking to Bernard. Like, there is no threshold for defining consciousness. You know, I don't know.
You either have it or you don't, right?
Well, no. We, as conscious beings, can't define our own consciousness because, as Ford said, consciousness does not exist. So it's indefinable.
So you're either alive or you're not alive. You either can think for yourself or you can't. Right?
Yeah, well, I think it also kind of relates to that line he had about, like, I used to have a friend who used to say that Mozart and all that stuff, you know, they never died. They just became music. So maybe he's kind of correlating that with, like, Arnold never died. He just became
The
AI, you know, or something like that, you know? He became the sum of his work.
Mm-hmm.
So is Arnold conscious because his creations are conscious, you know? Is he, rather than being music, is he fucking naked robot in woods?
I thought that more related to, like, not necessarily Bernard, but to Ford.
Yeah.
Like, he was saying...
Well, I didn't say Bernard, I said Arnold.
Oh, well...
Yeah. Well, Arnold, he couldn't have done it without him either. They both were
Yeah.
just as responsible for
Yeah.
making this world. What happened to Logan?
Logan?
I don't know what happened to him. I assume that's one of the things that we'll find out. maybe
Season
in
2?
Season 2. Also, how did they shrink everybody to get him onto that board? Thank you guys for coming along with us on this Westworld journey. As you know, we do a whole lot of other shows. Subscribe. Check out our Patreon, where you can learn how sometimes you can enter into get brand new shows.
Yeah.
If you
Freeze
have a
motor
favorite show.
functions.